Britain ruled India with a relatively small number of actual British people. The offices were staffed by Indian clerks. The courts were run with Indian lawyers. The railways were operated by Indian workers. If Indians collectively refused to cooperate, the machinery of the empire comes to a halt. The British were baffled. They had prepared for violence, but they weren't prepared for people simply refusing to work. But the protests soon turned violent. A small crowd of protesters clashed with the police and ended up burning the station with several policemen inside. Gandhi heard the news and immediately called off the movement. "What have you done?" "Violence. We agreed no violence. The British have been killing people for 100. We are not the British. Violence is not our path." "But we were winning!" "Shh. No violence." Gandhi's reasoning was simple. India was not yet ready for independence. Gandhi needed something new, something that everyone could understand and participate in. And his answer was salt, the thing you put on your food. Well, the British had decided that salt, the most basic mineral on Earth, literally available from the ocean that surrounded India on 3 sides, could only be produced and sold by them. If you, living next to the literal ocean, try to make your own salt from the water literally lapping at your feet, you, my friend, were breaking the law. Gandhi looked at this situation and decided it was perfect. He said he was going to walk 240 miles to the coast and make salt himself. The British were not particularly worried. Ooh, he's going to walk somewhere and pick up salt. How threatening. Very threatening, as it turned out. Every village Gandhi passed through, people lined the roads. They joined the march. When they reached the shore, Gandhi picked up a small lump of salty mud and held it up, and the crowd went berserk. This caused a chain reaction across the country. People refused to pay salt taxes, refused to buy government salt, and started making their own salt. Okay guys, the situation is getting out of control. What do you suggest we do?
Arrest everyone.
What? It will make us look very bad if we arrest people for picking up salt. I don't think so. The British arrested 60,000 people, including Gandhi. This gets the attention of Europe. Images of peaceful protesters being beaten by police circulate abroad. Britain, which had spent decades telling the world it was bringing civilization to India, now had to explain photographs of policemen clubbing people who were simply standing there. The British had no option but to grant some form of home rule to the Indians. The British still had major control over most important things, so technically India still didn't have full home rule. But the British, being the British, introduced a system where Muslims could only vote for Muslim candidates, and Hindus could only vote for Hindu candidates. Suddenly, the fastest way to win an election was to tell your community that the other community was a threat. The British, knowingly or accidentally, started a rift between them. Elections were held across India, and the Congress swept them. For the first time in history, Indian leaders were actually governing large parts of India within the colonial framework. Gandhi, Nehru, and the Congress were feeling pretty good. 2 people were not feeling good. The British, who were watching Congress grow into a genuine governing force, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Jinnah was the leader of the Muslim League, which had performed poorly in these elections. Even in Muslim-majority provinces, Congress had won significantly, and Jinnah was not pleased. But nobody had time to deal with that properly, because in 1939, a man with a very silly mustache invaded Poland. World War II had begun, as Britain declared war on Germany. If you want to get to us, you'll have to go through the entire British Empire, including our good friend India. Now wait a damn second. Who told you we were gonna fight in this war? Look, surely you agree Hitler is bad? He's invading countries, terrorizing people, destroying democracy. Aren't you basically doing the same to us? Look man, you are part of the empire, so whatever we say goes around here. If we fight in this war, would you grant us independence? Now that is a noble request, and the answer is absolutely not. Congress leaders were furious. In protest, every single Congress minister resigned from every single provincial government they had won in the elections. Gandhi and the Congress started losing patience and couldn't wait till the war was over to again push for independence.